Good evening. How's it going, guys? BA Brick and Box and Reviews again here today, and I am doing a review on a future model coming to my Rebrickable page. This is the MiG-29A Fulcrum of the Soviet Air Force. This is a 991 piece build. Took me about 6 hours. I had a video recorded after I'd finished it, but I was so tired that I was making a lot of errors when I was talking. So, anyways, getting onto the build. This is overall a really good build. There's a lot of small errors I had to fix. It was only like, I say a lot, but it's only like 3 or 4 small issues that I had to fix. They didn't really cost much. They were just parts that I had in my collection. So yeah, overall this it was a fun model. It was a really good build. It has working flaps, tail flaps, ailerons here. They do need to be a little bit strengthened, so I'll work on that later. The spine was the biggest part that I had to get right. That angle was extremely sharp angle, and that was the one that's the part that I had to get right in order to make it the most accurate. And because of its such sharp angle and such a low, gradual, and slope, there's not a lot of parts. So the only thing that worked out was the new 2x6 wedge plates. So there's a lot of infrastructure. It's also got the slight angle of the cockpit. You know, Brickmania's version's just flat. However, I wanted to go the extra mile, and get that angle right there. It's like a 0.2 degree angle, gradual. And I mean, overall, just makes the model that much more accurate and that much more better in my opinion. It is right now, doesn't have any insignias on it or anything. It doesn't even have any hard points. This was a test model, so when I go ahead and work on it, I'm going to add some hard points to it. Let me see if I can pick it up. It's quite a heavy model, and it's not a lot of places to pick it up. So as you can see here, I did kind of get some inspiration from the new MiG from Brickmania with that you'll need a flex tube to hold that part in. Anyways, so here's like different angles. I studied a lot of photos, a lot of blueprints on this. How I even compared the photos, the blueprints to the model. You can kind of see the work. I did a lot of this on my own here with the angling of the glass. So yes, there is a air brake right there where my thumb is. I'm going to set down the camera so I can flip it over. And yes, I can get to the, here we go. So I'm going to try and do this with one hand. This is fairly big. As you can see, there is the intakes. They are angled. It's kind of hard to tell from the movement, but I will post a picture at the end of it. There's also those little 1x3 tiles, as you can see there. Those tiles can fold up into the intake to simulate that the intake's closing. So when they're on dirt runways and whatnot, those intakes will close and the top will open, allowing air to still get into the aircraft and take off. And when they're in flight, they open up. So as you can see, I managed to simulate that, and it does work. I did make sure of that. The rear landing gear, they do close up. You'll just need to remove that turntable piece and that 1x4 tile. This does have the capabilities to hold a Brickmania stand, so if you don't want to have it like have it sitting on a landing gear, you can put it on a stand, and that will work out just fine for it as well. So overall, the cockpit does open. You'll just have to pop off this tile just to get the cockpit or the figure in there, but that does close. Like I said, here's the air brake, so that does open and close. Overall, this pretty one of my most detailed aircraft models that I have converted / built / used for inspiration, whatnot. This has come a long way. This is a 9 months in the making type of build. This was not an overnight design. I think it was originally designed in November, December timeframe. And the original one used I want to say it was a 3x10 slope, but that didn't work out well. The original model was a lot different from what you're seeing right now, and it was what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it was studio. The original model was designed in studio completely. Overall studio, you have to keep in mind the idea of playroom and the fact that not everything is 100% modeled correctly in studio. So, like that point right there, there's supposed to be a cheese slope, but it's not required or not capable of holding the cheese slope. So it can be left out. Anyways, this model is really good. Definitely not a first-time builder's model. I do recommend if you do build this and buy it off my reworkable that you leave the spine, because that's one separate build, and you leave the intakes off separate as you finish the rest of the model, because that's gonna hinder you until you can finish the build. That's how I did it, and that's what I found to work the best. So as you can see, the intakes are angled, so that is true. So there you can see it is angled. That was a little bit of a trick, especially when you're working with snot technique originally. So, and it comes with a shoulder-mounted machine gun, a 30mm. I believe they held 100 rounds or 150, depending on the model. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and have a nice day.